Animalia. The kingdom Animalia basically it includes all the organism, the versatile and the diverse organism which are all multicellular, eukaryotic and heterotrophic organisms. Okay, so these are the characteristic means basic feature we can say are present in the animal kingdom organisms. So the kingdom Animalia it includes all the multicellular, the eukaryotic and the heterotrophic organism. These animals cannot prepare their food by their own and hence they are dependent on another organism for the nutrition or for the nourishment. That is why they are the heterotrophic mode of or using mode of organisms. The kingdom Animalia, they include the organisms that lack the cell wall, while that of the plant, they have the cell wall in them. So, animal kingdom, they do not have the cell wall. And about 8 lakh species or more than different species of the uh, and the 36 separate phyla, they have been identified in the kingdom Animalia and they all exhibit all the levels of the organization in the structure means from the cellular level, that is the primitive organization, to the organ level of organization in the kingdom Animalia. They reproduce both by the sexually as well as by asexually, and also they have the ability to grow the missing part, that is by the asexual reproduction, that is the which is known this process is known as the regeneration process, okay, by which the uh, organism have the ability to regrow the missing part. The few animals they ingest their food and digest it in an internal cavity. The most of the animals are able to move from the one place to the another place. That animals are known as the motile animals, while those who cannot move from the one place to the another place, it's known as the sessile animal. Okay, so let's see what are the key characteristic of the animals that make them such efficient consumer. So all the animal kingdom organisms are the heterotrophs, means they obtain the energies or nutrient by eating the another organism, means they feed on the another organism, they are dependent on the another organism. They have the tissues in them, means the different cells they form the tissues and that collection of the specialized cells, thus forming a unit, and these tissue can form a layers of the embryonic cell. So they have the tissues in them. The digestive system, the presence of the digestive systems in them and the tissues of the animal, they means form the nerve cells and the muscle cells. So they have very unique nerve cells and the muscles, and also they have the ability to move and they can detect and capture the prey according to their need. So these characteristic of the animal make them such a efficient consumer, means they can feed on another organism which or with all these unique properties in them. Now, what are the basis of the classification? We know that the organisms in the kingdom Animalia, they are classified into different phylum, which are which includes the Porifera, Cnidaria, Ctenophora, Platyhelminthes, Escalminthes, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata, Hemichordata, and the Chordata. So, we'll discuss about this later on, but first, we have to know that what are the basis of the classification for all these phyla. So, uh, so it includes the number of uh, classification criteria, means the level of organization, how the organisms or the level of organization is present in them, either cellular or it is tissue level or it is organ level. The body plan decides its classification, the symmetry, the germ layer, coelom, body segmentation, body temperature, nutrition, respiratory system, circulatory system, excretory system, skeleton system. Sex means they have the ability that both the hermaphrodite is there, means the organism that have both the male and the female organs in them, while they are the unisexual, they can either be a female or they may be a male one. So reproduction, development, so these are the different criteria for the or different basis for the classification of the animal kingdom into the different phylum. So let us discuss one by one what are the basis of these classification. So first one is the level of organization. So level of organization in the animal kingdom, it refers to the hierarchical structure of the biological system within the animal. Hierarchical means from the lower level to the highest level, means from the basic structure which is molecule, then it is made up of cells, then tissue, then organ, and then organ system. So this organization, it spans from the molecular and to the cellular level to the tissue, organ system, and finally the entire organisms. Okay, so here is an overview of the level of organization in the animalia. First one is the basic one, that is the molecular level. Okay, though it is not included, but it is there. The molecular level means at the smallest level, the animals are composed of molecules. Obviously, everything is made up of molecules. So, animals are composed of the molecules such as protein, carbohydrate, nucleic acid. Okay, so these molecules, they form the basis of the cellular structure and the function. Then here comes cellular level. So first level, we know that the cell are the basic structural and the functional unit of the living organism. If organism is living, then cell must be present in them. And in the non-cellular, as in the case of the virus, they are the non-cellular, means they are not living organism. That is why they gets multiply or they gets activated only in the body of the host. So let's come back to the cellular level. So cell are the basic structure and the functional unit of the living organism, and different type of the cell perform the specific function within the organism. And the animal cell have that various organelles that carry out the essential processes, and these cellular level is the lowest level of organization in the multicellular organism. So basically the sponges, they are made up of loose aggregates of the cell. Next is the tissue level. Tissue, we know that the similar cells with the common functions are grouped together to form the tissues. So same cells are grouped together, then they form a collectively tissue. Okay, this form a tissue. Okay, and these tissue level are basically present in the ciliate. Then here comes the organ level, and organ level we know that the organ are the structure which are composed of the different type of the tissues working together to perform the specific function. Okay, so tissues, group of tissue that perform the specific functions that form the organ level. For example, heart is an organ which is composed of the muscles, tissues, connective tissue, nervous tissue. Okay, and that function in the circulatory system. Similarly, then the organ system is there. The organ have associated to form the system. Functional system. Each system is concerned with the specific physiological function, and this pattern of association, that is, they form the organ system level of organization, and this is the highest level of organization. And this Organ system organization can be seen in the annelids, arthropod, mollusca, echinoderm, and chordata. Next is the body plan. Okay, so on the basis of the body plan, the organisms are classified into the different phylum. So body plan basically it comprises specific